Welcome to Quarter Inch Seam. It's Christmas in July. And just in the nick of time. Nick of time, because it's Saint Nick, you know, it's Christmas. Never mind. I'm Angela, you're in my sewing room. I'm so excited you're here. And I'm so excited to have myself semi-organized. Let's just call it semi-organized. I'm just tidying up here. That's why I say semi. Whoops. Whoops. Okay. I got my shirt on. Short sleeves because it's 92 degrees outside. But it's still Christmas. And I'm just so excited because this is going to be so much fun. So much fun. All right. I think I've mentioned enough what we're doing. We are doing Christmas in July, an un-Christmas Christmas tree. So, if you, hopefully by now, you have the pattern from Fat Quarter Shop, okay? So the pattern is on Fat Quarter Shop. These are for another day. These are not for today. We're not doing petals today. Fat Quarter Shop, Charming Christmas. And we are doing this Christmas in July extravaganza with Alex over at Living and Crafting with MS. Now, she has chosen to do the mini version of this quilt. So there's a mini version and then there's I've always called it a wall hanging. I mean, it's a pretty good size. It's 60 by 60. I don't know I forget what that, oh, you know what? I have a book here that tells me that. What that size is, but I don't know where it's at. I don't know where the book's at. So it's 60 by 60, so 5 feet, okay? All right, now, here's the deal. I'm trying to get all this stuff out of the way so that I can lay out what we're gonna do for the tree that we're doing here. She's doing the mini version, okay? So there's two patterns. There's a mini version and then there's the regular version, which is what I'm doing. And I'm doing a patriotic tree. So it's going to be adorbs. It's going to be, you know, stars and stripes and kind of an Americana 4th of July feel that you could put up for all the, you know, patriotic holidays, right? Sorry, I gotta get this one out of the way. Sorry, baby. Sorry, baby. You got to go out of the way for just a little bit. Okay, this here. Now, I did another project earlier this year, and why am I yelling? So excited. So excited. I forgot my drink. I made an iced coffee and I left it in the kitchen. Oh man. Okay, so mine is going to be that kind of Americana feel. Earlier this year, I had used some fat quarters. I mean, not fat quarters. I don't remember now what I did. I used some 5-inch squares, and I had these great 5-inch squares left afterwards that I really liked, and I couldn't figure out what I would use them for. Well, guess what? Today is the day. Because oh, that's what I need, hem tape. Note to self. Okay, that's that. That's this. All right, you ready? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. If you've downloaded the program, downloaded the pattern, it is, again, it's the Charming Christmas. This is the tree. Everybody always comments on this tree, and then people make it and they love it, and so I thought, well, let's do one as We'll do it as part of we'll do it as our Christmas in July event, and do it in all kinds of different things. So I'm doing the one that is this kind of Americana feel. Alex over at Living and Crafting with MS is doing a scrappy feel. So it's a scrap buster. Her mini one is going to be a scrap buster. Do you just love this top? Look. Snowman. Anyway. But I wanted to do, and then we thought, you know what, you could do one that was kind of very generic in feel, or kind of, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 5, 9, 12, 14, 15. There's 15 full-size 5-inch squares in the body of the tree, right? Not including the half square triangles that you have on the sides. So there's 15 full-size 5-inch squares in the body of the tree. Like, you could do those as different times of the year, like themes of the year. You know, you could do a Christmassy 5-inch square. You could do a kind of a snow one for January. You could do hearts for Valentine's Day. You could do shamrocks for March. You understand where I'm going with this? Or do I have to go through the whole year? That's what I thought. Anyway, bunny ears for April. Anyway, and then you could make it like a year-round tree that you had up. You could also, we're going to try this at the end, we'll see if it works, to loop either a piece of yarn or a piece of like wire or wired thread, or a thread like a little ring, you know, like a grommet ring, through like the bigger 5-inch squares, and you could hang little ornaments off of it. There's so many fun things that you can do with this pattern that that's why I've done multiples of this tree. I love it. You could do, one of our subscribers is Jewish, and she was going to do like a Hanukkah bush with all blue and whites, which I think would be so pretty. You could do, I'm a beach girl, I'm a water baby, so you could do like seashells and coastal fabrics. Anyway, you can have a lot of fun with it. So I hope that you will, and I hope that you will. It's going to be a 4-day journey with me. So, Charming Christmas, Fat Quarter Shop, and then what I want you to do is I want you to put your pictures, if you're doing Christmas in July, hashtag Christmas in July on the Facebook page. Facebook page. That one, FB. Post your pictures there, and I don't know, maybe we'll share them with Kimberly over at Fat Quarter Shop and tell her how much we loved her pattern. I don't know. At the very least, we'll share with everybody what we've been doing. And be sure to check out the Instagram channel, because Steve has added a whole bunch of new stuff. He kind of redid the whole look. It's fantastic. It's such so adorable. I love you, darling. You did a fantastic job. And there's even a book section. And in the next, hopefully the next week, maybe after this is done, we will, I'll start posting some book stuff on there too. I'm almost done with my Robert Galbraith book right now. The Silkworm. Yeah. There's some weird parts in there. Not gonna lie. But still a good read. Okay. Here we go. So, you're going to need 2 5-inch square packs. So I have these that are the remnants from a couple of 2 or 3 5-inch charm packs. So what I wanted to do was, you need 68 squares, 2.5 yards of background, 5/8 yards of binding, and 3 7/8 yards for the backing. I don't have my cutting for the background yet, because I wanted to make sure that I had a hard time finding this stuff yesterday, and it was starting to really wind me up. So, I'm also not opposed to using some of these really cute 5-inch square pieces that I have, and using that for my background. So I might do that. So we're going to set that to the side because I'm not 100% sure yet. Okay, now, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I want to pick out today what's going to go in the body of the tree, bearing in mind that we're going to have some half square triangles. Okay, so the reason I was so excited that I found this particular pattern, I mean these particular squares, they were actually sitting right in front of me, but you know, if you know, you know, right? I put a book or something on top of them and I couldn't find them. So I just want to pick out some really stars. Here's this. Can you guys see these? Let me tilt you down a little bit more. Okay. White trucks. We need 12 for the outside pieces that are going to be the 1/4 inch half square triangles. So we need 12 for that. So that in the corner, let's see how that looks. We'll put, where did I just have that blue one? We'll do one of these. We'll do one of these. We'll do some red and white square stars. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we'll do this red one at the bottom. It's the only red one that I have. So I think we're going to do this one at the very bottom of the tree. So that's the bottom. What I have also found is I've done this on on the 2 trees that I've done it bottom of tree. Because otherwise I get mixed up. It's just the way that it is. That's the bottom of the tree. If you could remember that I just put it right over there, that would be great. All right. Now, these trucks, let's go to the bottom here. Another one of you. Let's do one of you. Let's do one of you. These cool blue stars. All right, let's see where we're at with our, I know we don't have enough, but let's keep track. So for the half square triangles, which are going to be the sides of the tree, okay? 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 'This one's got flowers in it. So the very top of the tree is going to be 2 half square triangles, and then that one and 2 half square triangles. Let's see, do this, do this. You've already got over there. We'll do one of you. Here's some more white squares. I think I'm probably going to do that for my background stuff just because that's what I have. And I don't have to go out and get more like white, because I think I want white for the background. The blue would be pretty. One of these blues. But honestly, I don't have anything like that and I don't want to chase it down. All right, let's see. Oh, I lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We just need 2 more. Gosh, I hope I'm going to have enough. I was trying to keep the sides kind of these little smaller patterns. Let's do another one of those. 10. 11. And we'll do another one of these. 12. Okay, so now I am actually forced to make the decision because we're going to use these for the half square triangles. Okay, so we're going to go over here and we'll just get these ready on the sewing machine because it's going to go pretty quick. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. Okay, so okay, so on these, we're gonna just sew down the center. So you can mark them if you want. So right side up, and then, you know, your other 5-inch square, whatever your background color is, on there. And, oh, we gotta turn Bessie on. Not gonna lie, it's not Christmas weather here today. It's hot and sticky. Okay, now I'm gonna turn the laser on because you know I love my laser when I'm doing these. So on this, we're just gonna sew right down the diagonal. If you were gonna draw it, if you've never done this before, for those of you that most of my people on my channel are like masters. And this is not by any stretch of the imagination any sort of a tutorial or a teaching channel or anything like that. We're just sewing it together. If you haven't done anything like this before, here you go. You're going to draw a line down the diagonal. Can you see it? Can you see it there? Okay. For this pattern, sometimes you're going to sew on either side of the line. For this one, we're going to sew right down the line. So I'm probably just going to run all these through at one time. Okay. Right sides together. And keep going. Okay. Well, this is fast. Just flying right through this puppy. Okay. This is gonna be so cute. Oh, geez. And I cannot wait to see okay, I just had a piece of fabric here. We'll use as a loss leader. It's not called a loss leader. It's called like a leader and an ender. I don't know. So that you don't get that, you know, where your machine starts to eat. Inevitably, I'll be honest with you, what I find is by the time I go through this, it's not any faster for me to I always call it piecemeal. It's not piecemeal. For me to chain piece than it is for me to just cut each one and sew. Okay, next one. So what I have found is that when you have like fabric like this, these white squares are kind of a tonal white on white fabric. And so what I have found is I have them in a stack. And sometimes they'll put two of the same kind right next to each other. And so what I do is I have the little stack here right next to me. Okay, so I got this stack here. And sometimes it's like two of the same pattern right next to each other. So what I do is I just flip it over. Like I take one, I just took one from this side, right? I grabbed this one, this top one. And then I'll just flip it over and take one from the bottom and then keep flipping it back and forth so that I don't have to really think all that much, but I still kind of get it broken up. I don't end up with a whole bunch of the same one in the same row, you know? I don't know if that makes any sense. I don't know if that's actually very practical or not, but that's what I'm doing. And it seems to be working for me okay. Okay, so what are you working on? Are you doing your tree? Ba-da-ba-da! I can't believe I'm actually going to get through this part today. Wonders never cease. Whoops. Flip it over. And now we'll do from this side. Okay. Okay. I've been nervous about this project, I'm not gonna lie. Because I didn't want to start another project that I didn't finish. I didn't want it to be something that took me so long. And I always forget that this tree actually goes together pretty quick and pretty fun. You know what I mean? Like it's pretty it's not overly involved. And I think that it was originally Alex. She had reached out to me and said, "Hey, I'd love to do some sort of like a collaboration." And I was like, "Okay, I don't know what you want to collaborate on, but I'm in." And she had said, you know, I think it was her idea to do Christmas in July. I don't remember, but I think so. And I'm so excited to see her quilt, her little mini quilt. I'm gonna have to do the mini quilt. Honestly, I didn't even realize that there was, I have printed my original pattern for this tree so long ago. I think I did my first tree, which is this one on the wall that everybody loves. God, it's been like 4 or 5 years now. It was done the same year I think I got my machine. Okay, we're down to the last one. Let's use this. Okay, now let's do my notes. Okay, now let's bring all these bad boys over here. And we'll get them cut, and then that will be it for today. And then tomorrow we'll work on laying out the rest of the tree and laying out. Why am I yelling? We'll work on laying out the laying out the body of the tree. Okay. 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 I know that I just had my other clippers. You know how I hate these, and they're always the ones that I end up with. Okay, okay. All right. Now, we're gonna take just our ruler. This one is smaller, we'll just use this. Take our ruler, 1/4 of an inch. So you put 1/4 of an inch on, on the edging McBobber, your seam, your stitch line. Okay? And then we cut. These two, it says to discard. I know some people wouldn't discard a piece this big with a gun to their head. So if you keep them, keep them. If you don't keep them, then throw them in the trash. So then you have this. See where we cut it? Just off that, right? Holy camole! This is gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be adorable. It is. Do you know what I just thought of? You know what you could do? You could do a quilt, a wall hanging for back to school. Would that be adorable? School buses and lunch boxes. First grade, third grade, you could do just all kinds of things. Uh-oh. I guess that's right. Gosh, sometimes these fabrics that are kind of tonal, sometimes it's hard to tell which side of the fabric is the right side and which is the wrong side. But you could do, if you had grandkids and you had grandkids that were going back to school, you could do kind of a back to school wall hanging, and you could do, you could do that Advent calendar concept any time of the year, for their first month of back to school. Each day they get a number off the tree, or, a little prize off the tree, like, ice cream after school. Do people still do that? That was a big thing for me, to go get like an Orange Julius, or, do you guys remember Orange Julius? At the mall. Farrell's ice cream. Or that we could get home from school and just go swim in the pool. Nowadays, you gotta offer them, like an extra half hour on their device or whatever it is. But, whatever. Back to school, that first month is hard. As adults, you don't... It's like coming back from vacation, I mean, it's hard. Those first couple of days, that first week, the first month, man, especially when you're off for, 2 or 3 months, man. It's hard. It's hard for kids. But, it teaches them that transition. Why are we talking about school? Okay, let's see. Last two. Okay. Oh, can't trim these together. Holy cow, that one's a little wonky there. All right. It's a little tight. Not gonna lie. Okay. This. And there we go. Okay. We're going to press these open, and then we're going to wrap it up for today. So let's get over here. Sorry. Move the camera, but I got it. The heater's the iron's over here. Okay, that there. Now we're gonna press these open. So cool. Hi. Very hot today, but mostly A little bit of cloud cover, but not really heavy stuff. Let's get some of these ready to go. Oh my gosh. It's a good thing I'm not a rich woman, because there are so many new books out. Oh my gosh. It's killing me. I can't even look anymore. I just, as soon as they come out, I throw them into my my Amazon cart, which we have a link to Amazon in the description. If you're so inclined, you can use that link for whatever. Doesn't matter. It does help us with the channel. Not hot enough. Is that going to be adorable? It's going to be adorable. Adorbs. Adorbs. Anyway, Ruth Ware has a new book out. Oh my God, I love Ruth Ware. I've read everything. Read all of them. She's so good. Ruth Ware. And I resisted Ruth Ware for a long, long time. Is it too bright? Anyway, I resisted Ruth Ware for a long time. Now, James Patterson's got 1 or 2 new books out. I can't even name them all. I just keep throwing them into my shopping cart because otherwise I would need a third job. So many good books out. Oh, Louise Candlish. Have you guys ever read Louise Candlish? Another British girly. She has a new book out. I don't know if it's out or if it's coming out. It might be in like a couple of weeks. I think Gillian McAllister has a new book coming out. Although I still have 2, I think, of hers that I haven't read yet. She's fantastic. Oh, there's just too many to name. Too many to name. What other ideas do you have for Christmas in July? Christmas trees. Trees that you could do. What else could you do with this design? Huh? That would be fun and, you know, different. Flowers. You could do really pretty flowers. Oh, that would be cool. Okay. I think my favorite so far is going to be the patriotic one, the coastal seashell one, and the back to school. Those are the 3 that I would do. And Erlene was asking me yesterday, and I was so glad that she reminded me the other day. She asked me what I had done and if I had finished my green ribbon block for the people that were affected by the flooding in Texas and the poor little girls that lost their lives at Camp Mystic. So we did a green ribbon quilt block, and we actually made it as a yard hanging, a yard flag. Yard hanging. A yard hanging. What is a yard hanging? What is a yard hanging? It's nothing. It doesn't. I don't know where these words come from. A yard flag. And I did hang it, and I will put, well, when I say I'll put, I mean I'll give pictures to Steve to put up on the Instagram page so you guys can see it, because it came out really cute, and it's hanging in our front garden. Yeah. All right, kids. Let's come back over here and let's see what we're doing tomorrow now. All right. So we have the 12 half square. Let's see if you can see it. So the half square triangles that are going to go down the tree there, right? And down the tree there. We've gone a little bit off the rails, I think. Yard hangings and arm calisthenics. Anyway, on the side of the tree. See, because where I look is not where my arm is. So down the side of the tree and down that side of the tree. But over there and over there are going to be these. So tomorrow we will lay those up and maybe pin them on that one so that we can start to see this come together. And then we'll do the insides, the guts, and you know, we'll do the layout for those. And then on Wednesday we'll finish we'll get those pieces, those rows sewn together hopefully, and the background figured out. I'm going to try and figure out the background maybe tomorrow afternoon if I have a few minutes. If I can get my lazy butt out of bed earlier tomorrow morning, maybe I will. Oh, I forgot one. Maybe I will come in here and try and see if I'm going to have, gosh, I really hope so. It would be really nice to utilize the rest of that and not have to get anything else. But we'll see. So there's the last one. These are so cute. Fireworks. Stars. Blue fireworks. Is that adorable? All right, guys. We've got our half square triangles. We've got the sides of our tree started. I hope you have a fantastic evening. I hope you have a fabulous morning tomorrow. We are on our way. Day one of Christmas in July is in the bag, baby. I will see you guys tomorrow. Please don't forget, only a 1/4 inch seam. Don't forget. Merry Christmas in July. I'll see you tomorrow. Love ya. Bye.